Hello and welcome to Unit 2 of U.S. History, um, dual credit. And this is a super exciting unit. I love this unit because this is where, we really get into the good stuff. This is where America starts, which is so exciting, I think. These questions are from the focus notes. You're welcome to have them out. You don't have to. Um, but I might help you on the focus notes, so it would be cool. So lesson 6 is about the Constitution. It talks about the Articles of Confederation. The Articles of Confederation are what we started with. Okay, they were written during the Revolutionary War, and it was just kind of thrown together and like, okay, so this is kind of what we're gonna go with for now. And so then the Revolutionary War ended, and it was like, great, like now we're a country. Now we got to figure out how to rule ourselves. This is cool. And something that we never really thought would happen, right? And so there were some hiccups on the way. And so eventually James Monroe took an entire summer and looked at all of these different things from all of these different places in government, looked at the Romans and the Greeks and just anyone who'd ever had a government at all, and put them all together and made a constitution. There were a lot of things that happened at the convention, and compromises and things that were taken out and things that were put in. And eventually a constitution was put together. So there we go. And that's what we still have today, which is kind of amazing. Washington and Adams, that's lesson 7. Talks about Washington and how he affects the presidency. There's a video that you might decide to watch about Washington, and I love it because it just discusses like all of the things that he set for a presidency. And if you've watched Hamilton, which this picture is from, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, super cool. And there's a little bit about Alexander Hamilton, so that's also why I threw that picture in as well. Lesson 8 is on Jeffersonian democracy. A big thing that happened during Jefferson's presidency was the Louisiana Purchase. And the Louisiana Purchase added a ton of land to our country. And it was kind of given to us from France, and kind of given to us in a way that we couldn't really say no. I mean, it would have been really dumb to be like, no, like, we don't want that land that's right by us. Like, yeah, of course we want that land, right? Jefferson kind of had to tweak the Constitution, if you will, in order to make it happen, but he was willing to do that. So the Louisiana Purchase was made, and the Lewis and Clark expedition was then sent out. Um, Jefferson wanted to send it out beforehand, but then when the Louisiana Purchase was made, then it was like, okay, so now we have real reason for this. And I always want to not make I like when I was teaching in a brick and mortar school, I always wanted to just spend like a day on the Lewis and Clark expedition, and I always ended up spending like at least a week on it because it is so dang cool, and because it is such a heroic act, really. Like all of these people, they had no idea where they were even going, and they had no idea what they would see, and they thought that they would see maybe aliens or just anything, really. Um, and anyway, it just gets me every time. I love learning about the Lewis and Clark expedition. Lesson 9 is about the War of 1812. The War of 1812 was kind of a war that England drummed up to kind of say, okay, are you really serious about this you're your own country sort of a thing? And we said, yeah, we really are. And so there you go, War of 1812. And then after that, we had lesson 10, which is the era of good feelings. That's where everything was kind of just calmed down a little bit, and there wasn't really a ton going on. So, um, that is Unit 2. For a project for Unit 2, what I want you to do is to choose a documentary. From Unit 2, these are some documentaries that you are welcome to choose. Founding Brothers, that's pretty cool. Lewis and Clark is super, super cool and one of my very favorites. War of 1812 is also cool. More Perfect Union is kind of cheesy, but it will really help you understand the Constitution if you have a hard time with that. There are also some from Unit 1 as well. America, the Story of Us, Episode 2. It's a really kind of catchy one. And We Shall Remain, Episode 1, is about the Pilgrims and the Indians, if you're interested in that. So, those are your choices. What I really, really want you to do is do a very excellent essay at the end, okay? Just an excellent short essay at the end. If you don't really love the questions that it asks, just tell me how you felt about the movie and the things that you learned, okay? And that's pretty much all that I need. So, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.